What's going on YouTube? JT is Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in today's video, we got a special video to talk to you about today. The Super Sons are back in action. That's right, this is the Superman and Robin special, #1, written by Peter J. Tomasi. This is the whole Super Sons reunion thing. This is the first time Tomasi has actually written Jon since he was aged up, because like I said, he did like Challenge and Adventures of the Super Sons, but those were flashback series. This is actually Jon kind of aged up in current times. This issue actually takes place before the events of Superman, Son of Kal-El #2. It's between issues 1 and 2 of Superman, Son of Kal-El, and for the first time in a long time, I actually liked reading an aged up Jon story. Like, Jon was actually likable. This felt like Jon Kent, and like I said, this is really, really good, and it just baffles me why we can't get this Jon being written in whatever it is in Superman, Son of Kal-El. Screw having Tom Taylor write the Superman, Son of Kal-El thing. Have Peter J. Tomasi write an ongoing Jon Kent storyline, because this is such a really good, well-crafted story. It was like nice, warm comfort food for me. Like, it felt like I was back in Superman Rebirth times, and it just reminded me of what I was missing for so long. It just felt right. Like, there was a nice warmth to it. It was comfort. Like I said, it's nice comfort food. Like, we start out the issue, like something going on with that whole cube thing, Dinosaur Island, was going back to Adventure of the Super Sons. Some things go wrong, some animals get loose, and they end up fighting Nazis, which Damian calls them like ratsies, so that was kind of fun. So they fight Nazis and all that other stuff by the end of this issue. It's like just the two of them teaming up. We see Jon, he's sitting there with his mom, and he's kind of eating cereal, watching something that's kind of a bit of a kid show, and we actually get to feel like the impact of when Jon Kent got aged up, because if you read like the Bendis stuff, like it just felt like there was such little impact from like the reactions of like Lois and Clark. It was so incredibly lackluster. Like, your son just aged like half his life, and that's it. But like, you can see kind of the sadness, and it's like, I lost so much time with you guys, and you feel it. You really do in this scene. It's almost like they're talking to the audience like, wow, this was such a stupid idea. What a terrible idea to just age up this character so much, which everybody agrees with. And like I said, it's Jon Kent is just, he's not Jon Kent anymore the way he's been written. But this felt like I was seeing an old friend for the first time in so many years. So I appreciated that about this issue. Then Damian comes in. Like I said, they still have their witty banter. They're still giving each other shit. He pulls up in the Hellbat armor. Then they go off to the Fortress of Solitude. Like I said, they're just kind of having fun here. We also get a nice little conversation. Damian's talking to him about the whole League of Lazarus competition. He's like, can't win them all. And Damian's like, shut up. Did you tell your dad about it? Damian acknowledges that he hasn't talked in a long time. Jon talks about how he misses being able to talk to his dad on a regular basis, and even Damian admits, like, yes, I do miss talking to my dad, but I'll deny ever saying it. So like I said, they're still kind of like working through the issues, but you acknowledge that he does miss his dad. So I appreciated that, and the nice little personal touch that Tomasi was getting there. So anyways, they got this whole cube thing. They got to fight some sort of creature. In a way, we'll actually kind of have to save something. Like, there's still some of that Damian humor going on there. Like, he finds the city of Kandor and he looks at it, and like I said, there's some funny stuff here. They play off each other well. They come across some sort of creature. Damian was going to tranquilize it, and Jon stops. So like, let's do something a little bit differently. And then the creature ends up kind of growing at like an exponential rate, and things starts to get a little bit crazy. Eventually, have to find a way to stop it. Then that cube that they were utilizing kind of goes crazy, brings Nazis into there, and Damian's just like, Nazis kicking their asses is going to be fun. So Damian's excited because he's going to fight some Nazis. So that's always fun. Like, Nazis always make for really entertaining villains. Like I said, it throwbacks to things like was it like Raiders of the Lost Ark, or something kind of along the lines of that, where they kind of go toe to toe with things like that. Like Indiana Jones, or like even like the first Captain America movie. Like just kind of like not like fully like realistic like World War II settings, but kind of like a fantasized environment, just kind of something a little bit different there. So yeah, like I said, they go toe to toe with the various Nazis and send them back to where they came from, and they're able to help the creature in a nice, sweet, kind of touching moment. And basically kind of the issue ends with Damian acknowledging that he kind of misses Jon, and like, he misses the friendship that he used to have, like, where he can go on various adventures with them. He's like, hey, like, not everybody gets me. And Damian kind of acknowledges that he's like a senior citizen, kind of giving him crap for that. He talks about, like, I just kind of miss my friend a bit. And Damian's just like, or Jon's like, it's okay, buddy. Like, I miss you too. But remember, just I'm just a phone call away and will still always be the Super Son. So yes, everyone is still upset about the whole Jon Kent being aged up thing, but this is the first time in a long time that I felt like things are going to be okay. Like, I don't know if Tomasi is going to be allowed to write any more Super Son stuff or something like that, but my God, give this man an ongoing Superman title. Boot Tom Taylor off Superman Son of Kal-El, because that book has just been, keep Taylor on Nightwing, let him kind of do that and do his various Elseworld things, but let Tomasi just write an aged up Jon Kent storyline, because he's clearly better than Taylor at it, and he's better than pretty much everyone else at DC when it comes to writing Jon Kent's. Like, who else was the other guy? Dan Jurgens. Dan Jurgens also wrote a really good Jon Kent too. So, like I said, this was a nice throwback issue for me. I quite enjoyed it. It was nice to see the Super Sons, although their dynamic is not quite the same, not quite as fun when they were kids, but this is the first time in a long time I've enjoyed Jon Kent in an aged up fashion. This felt like Jon Kent. This felt like a real person. It didn't feel like a prop for whatever story they're trying to tell, because that's all Jon Kent has become with things. It's always some prop. Like, it doesn't really feel like I'm reading the character. It's like he's whatever the story is. Like, it doesn't, like, whatever the story the writer wants to tell, Jon is kind of written in that fashion, rather than Jon Kent's actions kind of like leading the story. It's like Jon Kent, this is more character based than it is per se like story based. That makes sense. Like I said, this just feels like Jon. So this feels like the true Jon for the first time in a long time. So I appreciated that about it. And like I said, it was good to see Tomasi writing a Super Son story again. I really, really missed this. So yeah, those are my quick thoughts on it. What do you think of the Superman and Robin special #1? Tell me them in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, and be sure to come back later on today. Got a lot of comic books that I'm going to be reviewing, so I'm trying to get a bunch of videos out today. I got like 8 this week. 8. That's insane. All right, well, that's all I got to say. As always, take care now. Bye-bye then, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.